Hi, I'm Madeline from Ring Slimg, and this is how to do a basic hip carry with a ring sling. So I'm going to start by working out which side of my body I'd like to carry my baby on, and I'm going to carry on this side. And then I'm going to start with my ring sling in the hand on the same side. I'm going to carry my baby with the tail pointing down towards the ground and the rings in front of my hands and the rest of the sling going behind. And I'm going to now put it on the shoulder and then come over my head and onto the opposite shoulder. So now I'll have the pouch on the side I want my baby and the rings on the opposite side. And I'm going to start by spreading this out on my shoulder and then spreading it out behind me. Really taking time to make that spread and bringing anything that's loose to the front so it's really taut behind my back. And what I'm aiming for here is around middle of the material on the middle of my shoulder. And then when I'm happy and I'm comfortable, I'm just going to check how much size I've got. So I want kind of about an arm's width, just enough to put my baby in, but not so big that I'm going to spend ages fighting with material. Then I'm going to grab my baby. I'm going to pop them on my shoulder, talk to them, sing to them, and then I'm going to run one hand underneath, just slip the legs in, and sort of get baby comfortable on the rope. Now, for a very young baby, I could wear them completely on my front, or I can have them more to the hip, really anywhere that I feel comfortable. I'm showing a hip carry, so I'm going to put them on my hip. And I'm just going to sit them comfortably on that rope, running in the backs of their legs, let them adopt a comfortable position for them. And I'm going to check the position of my rings, and I want to check that they're still up nice and high on my shoulder or just beneath my shoulder, and they've not snuck down. If they have, I'm going to lift my baby up and push them up. Because it's much easier to do that before you spread than afterwards. And then when I'm happy, I'm going to start spreading. So I'm going to do it by supporting my baby's weight, at the same time slowly spreading up and reserving a bit at the bottom just to make sure I don't get a bit gung-ho and overspread. Now for a baby with good neck control, I can just stop here, either directly under their arms or just at the back of their shoulders. But for a newborn or a younger baby who doesn't have great head control, I'm going to pull all the way up to the top and then fold back down. So I've got some space to make a neck support at the end. Then again, supporting baby's weight, I'm just going to tuck any extra material up under them and sit between us. Now they're in and hopefully comfortable, and we're going to start tightening this up. So I'm going to do that by moving anything that's loose around baby towards the rings. And I can work all the way through with that, but it will mainly be the top that's loose. And now I'm going to find my, from my tail, I'm going to find the top, so I'm matching the top colours to the top colours, and I'm going to pull the top back towards the top. Then I'm going to work through a couple of colours at a time, and always pulling back in the direction. So you can see that red, I'm pulling back in the direction the red came from, and at the bottom. So top, middle, middle, bottom, give or take. And again, anything that's loose, if it doesn't feel quite right, move it towards the rings first, and then give it a little snug up. So you can see a couple of little tugs, and this is now really snug, really, really, really supportive. If my baby does need head support, as I mentioned, I can take the tail, roll it up, and then just pop it in this pocket I made earlier to give it a nice neck pillow. So there you have it. Basic hip carry with a ring sling. I hope that's been helpful.